Hi, I'm Helen. I'm a life coach, business coach, and mindset coach. And after one full year of using Function Health, I want to give you the good, the bad, and my honest verdict. So if you're thinking of investing in Function Health, be sure to listen until the end. I've also put a referral code in the show notes below. Please note that I will get a referral fee for anyone that uses the link. And if this video has helped in any way in your decision, it's a lovely gesture to help me out. So a big thank you in advance for anyone that uses it. So I have been using Function Health for 1 year, and I wanted to wait until I had a full year under my belt before reviewing it. So here's how it works. When you start, you do 2 separate days of blood draws. Why 2? Because they're going to be testing you for over 100 biomarkers. Yes, 100. And that's a lot of vials of blood. So I recommend that you drink lots of water before each draw and don't schedule any strenuous activities for the days that you're getting your blood drawn. Later in the year, you'll do another blood draw to check on progress, but they're going to be checking you for less biomarkers on the second draw, so you can do it in one sitting. It's really easy to book an appointment at your local Quest Diagnostics, and when you get there, everything is already paid for, so there's no surprise billing anymore. Then a few days later, the results start coming in. So I'm going to just scroll through here. This is an example of what you may see. So when you get your blood test done, you can actually add in some additional tests if you want. You have to pay for those separately, but I added in food allergies and sensitivities. But there's other different types of tests you can do. For example, ones on autoimmunity, Alzheimer's and cancer. When you get the results, Function really empowers you to learn more about why each biomarker is important and what it means if it's out of balance. And this educational component really blows away what you get from your doctor's office. This site will then recommend a protocol for you based on your results, including recommended diet of things to include and to avoid, and a clinician will personally review everything and then give you their perspective as well. So let me show you how this works. I am just going to click on cholesterol. You can see my cholesterol levels are a little bit higher than they should be. And let's click on this to just find out a little bit more. This is what you will see, the kind of level of detail you'll see for each of the separate biomarkers. So you'll find out why it matters. You'll see the optimal ranges, what makes the biomarker fluctuate, and then information on root cause approach, nutrition, lifestyle modifications, weight management. Just a lot of information, what causes high cholesterol, diet and lifestyle factors. So a lot of really good information here. And then recommendations of what foods to eat, what foods to limit, what supplements you can be taking, and additional tests that might be helpful for you. For cholesterol, it also gives you information on the LDL particle size and particle number, which I found really fascinating. It takes you deep into why that's important. And that's the kind of information that you get from Function that you wouldn't necessarily get from your regular doctor. And then overall, what it will do is it looks at all of the information. It will give you your action plan. So it's telling me what my top foods are that I should be eating. I'm so happy to see dark chocolates in my top 5. And so it tells me all of the things completely tailored for me based on my health, on what's the best things for me to be eating, and supplements also that I can be taking to support my health journey. There's also a list of things to be avoiding as well. Now, typically, if you went to a functional doctor, you'd be spending a few $100s for your initial consult and then hundreds more for all of the blood tests. And it's really amazing to see how Function Health have streamlined everything to make functional health as affordable as it can be. And here's the cool part. You can probably see also that you get information on your biological age, and mine came back 14 years younger than my actual age. And in my second lab test later in the year, my biological age actually went down even further. And it's safe to say I was strutting around the kitchen really proud of myself. So what has impressed me the most about this site has been the detail. And at my regular annual checkup, my doctor told me, you have high cholesterol, cut down on fat, which is pretty standard advice, right? But the Function Health information has really dug deeper into the detail. And what I have discovered from Function Health is actually that the real culprit wasn't fat. It was sugar, high sugar diet being converted into fat. And so that tiny shift has completely changed my diet strategy. So instead of cutting healthy fats, I now reduce sugar. And that's the kind of clarity that you don't get from a 10-minute doctor visit. So for me, Function Health has ended up being a way for me to better take care of my health, but also to save money. So by way of background, I have a thyroid condition. I know a lot of other people do. And my endocrinologist put me on medication that honestly just felt way too aggressive for my body, even at a low dose. And I felt spaced out, foggy, and it just didn't feel right for my body. So I tried a different route, herbal tinctures, and for the past year I have been scheduling regular blood tests to track my thyroid levels through Function Health. There is an option for you, aside from these tests that you do annually, you can also just go in when you want and book your own blood tests for a fee. And I have been able to track my thyroid levels through Function Health, and I know that's not for everyone, and I'm not recommending anyone avoid traditional doctor visits, especially for complex or serious medical issues. But for me, I just wanted to give the herbal and diet route a shot before resorting to pharmaceuticals. And over the past year, I've been able to book those lab tests to track my numbers. And I have also been watching my thyroid numbers improve without having to schedule lots of doctor visits and the co-pays. So it's been a really, really good result for me to be able to consistently see my thyroid levels improving. And the lab costs worked out about the same cost, or maybe even a little bit less than what I would have paid using health insurance, presumably because Function Health have negotiated reasonable pricing with the laboratories. So for me, using Function Health actually turned into a cost-saving tool. No pharmaceuticals, no co-pays for doctors, and managing health on my own terms. Now here's for the cons. So no platform is perfect, and early on there were some tech issues scheduling the blood draws, but the site was also in beta mode, so maybe that's to be expected. However, they seem to have ironed those out now, and customer support was also really responsive and helpful whenever I needed them, and they were able to get me scheduled typically within one day. So I think that Function Health is a total game changer. It puts you in the driver's seat of your health journey with data, insight, and support. And after a year, I can honestly say I think it's been worth it. I feel really empowered using this site, and apparently I'm also getting younger too, according to the test. So that is good information. I've left my referral link below. Thank you if you use it. But more importantly, you'll be giving your future self the gift of clarity, and I can't recommend it enough.